Welcome to Bruce Tracy Photography. I'm excited about today's video because I was able to check off a bucket list location for landscape photography. For years, I have wanted to get out to Watkins Glen State Park and get photographs of the Gorge Trail. There are beautiful waterfalls all along this trail, but I live in California, so it's not like I can just jump in my car and drive to this park. But this year, everything worked out perfectly. We were going back east to visit my wife's family. Her family lives in Pennsylvania. So I put together an itinerary where we landed in Rochester, New York. We stayed there for 2 days, I believe. We went to a minor league baseball game up there, a lot of fun. But then from Rochester, we drove down into Watkins Glen, where we spent 2 days and we hiked the Gorge Trail and got some really nice landscape waterfall photos. From there, we drove into Pennsylvania. We visited my wife's aunt and uncle. They had a cabin in Waterville, Pennsylvania, and a cabin right on Pine Creek. There I was able to get some really nice photos of birds and animals and just some great nature shots. From there, we ended up going down to Annville, Pennsylvania. That's my wife's hometown, and I was able to get a couple of nice landscape shots there as well. So it was a great trip for photography. For this trip, I brought my Canon R6 Mark II with me. This camera is the jack of all trades. I knew I was going to be photographing different types of photos. So I had landscapes, I had nature, animals, birds, etc. This camera just does everything well, so this was the camera I brought with me. The lens that I pair up with that, I think this might be the best lens for the Canon R6 Mark II, because like that camera, this is a jack of all trades. This is the Canon RF 24-105 4.0L. This lens is on my camera all the time because it just does everything so well, and it's got a good range. You can just do a lot with it. On this trip, all of the landscape photographs I took were with this lens. So if you have a Canon R6 Mark II, highly recommend this lens. It's my favorite lens to use with that camera. It just does so many things and it does them all well. Now for the nature and the wildlife, the animals and the birds, I brought one other lens with me. It's this guy right here. This is an EF lens. This is the EF 70-300 4.0 to 5.6 L lens. And the reason I use this lens is because I was able to get it cheap. This lens belonged to a wedding photographer, and when he was ready to upgrade to RF lenses, he sold this on eBay. I got this thing for under $600. And it's a great lens for birds if they're not too far off, and for just any kind of wildlife. This is a great lens. You have to put the adapter. This is the RF adapter right here on the top. But it works really well with RF cameras. I use it with my R6 Mark II, and it does a great job. All right, I guarantee that today's video will lower your blood pressure. We're going to look at waterfalls. We're going to get out into nature, see animals and birds. It's just a nice, relaxing video. I had a great time on this trip. I feel like I got some really good photographs. I'm going to mix them in throughout the video. So come along with me. We're headed to New York and to Pennsylvania. So last night we were in Rochester, New York. We went to a Rochester Red Wings baseball game, as you can tell by my very cool new hat that I bought there. And now we're here in Watkins Glen, down at the Finger Lakes area. And we're heading out on the Gorge Trail, which is a very famous trail with waterfalls. I think there's 19 of them here. It's going to be beautiful. So come along. You know what? Before we go there, though, let me show you some highlights from last night's baseball game. We got some fireworks that were pretty awesome at the end of the game. Unfortunately, the Red Wings lost, but we got a cool fireworks show, so it was worth it. And now, after the fireworks, we're off to see the waterfalls. To get into the trail, you go down a lot of steps to get down into the gorge. But hopefully the waterfalls will make it worth it. Now, being from California, we just do not see this kind of green. Coming down into the gorge.
This is so cool, it's like a canal. Well, it's like that last daughter that we saw right at the bottom.
There's just an example of some of the steps you're going to have to take care of when you go back up the falls. But waterfalls all throughout. It's going to be a lot harder going out than it was coming in. Alright, I'm going to get this shot with a 2-second filter. I'm going to put the filter on there, an ND filter, so that I can keep my lens open. That's going to smooth out the water. This is going to be a really cool looking photo with some smooth water on it. Let me go ahead and show you the photo I got right here. So this right here is what we're going to be trying to get. We'll probably get a little closer so I can get the bridge as well. Wait for these people to move out. Long exposure, we'll see what we can get. Should make for a really good photograph. Well, we finished our hike at Watkins Glen at the Gorge Trail. We're staying at the Glenora Winery here on Seneca Lake, one of the Finger Lakes in New York. This is the room for a balcony. Highly recommend this place. Super nice. They have a restaurant here. You get a complimentary bottle of wine with your room. So this is a great spot to come if you're staying up this way. You're not too far from Watkins Glen. It's about 15 minutes back up the lake, but it's so worth it. You've got the winery right there behind us. You can see someone might have a wedding there. We'd be part of it right here from our balcony, but that's not going to happen. Beautiful spot. Great location to come if you're in this area. Oh, this is living. We're here in Pine Creek. It's Waterville, Pennsylvania. We're visiting my wife's aunt and uncle. And this is his nephew's house right here, right on Pine Creek. So this is the backyard. The backyard is this river. And there's trout, smallmouth bass, crappie, all kinds of fish in here. I'll kind of give you an idea of the yard here. This is all his backyard. Well, here's the bald eagle. You can see his white head. Not super clear here in the video though. Bring you down. And we're right down here on the river. This is right outside the door here, where we're staying here in Pennsylvania. Put out a little bit of corn, and the deers come right up to the house to eat it. Oh, spooked a little bit. Now this is the old historical Annville station at sunset here in Annville, Pennsylvania. Sun's going down. Actually, the sun is down. Just getting some of the last remnants of the red. Beautiful sunset. It's a cool little spot right here. I'll show you the photos I got. Here they are.